I mean, we start off with the two toughest teams in district. That's the negative, or whatever you want to call it. That's the tough thing. Is we got Weatherford 4-0, and they got a D1 quarterback and a really good offense, and their defense plays hard. And then we get Trinity 4-0, Trinity right after that. So we start off with, probably the two best teams in the district. So we're going to have to find a way to win these games.
Coach, this week you have Ken Seals. He's the #1 rated pro-style quarterback in Texas. How disciplined is the secondary going to have to be? And then you have a great defensive front, but certainly how disciplined is he?
We got to get pressure. We got to get some pressure on him, and he's handling that really well too. And just because you get some doesn't mean it's going to be successful for you. I've noticed from last year to this year, this guy has improved tremendously. I mean, he was good last year, but he is exceptional now. He's putting the ball right where he wants it, and he gets it there fast. I mean, he's got a gun, and he can throw all of the throws. He can be on the right hash and throw the out to the left, and he puts it right where he wants it to be. I can see. I mean, I think he's definitely a top-notch. Whatever he's ranked, it's well deserved. He runs the ball better this year. Last year he would get out of bounds, or if you got pressure on him, it bothered him, and this year it's not doing that. You can tell he has really taken his weaknesses from last year and flipped them around into a positive. The kid's worked hard. You can just see it. He's a better quarterback this year than he was last year, and he was a great quarterback last year. So he's going to be a formidable opponent. They got good receivers. They run really good routes. They protect him. It's going to be a big challenge, and we're going to have to get pressure, and we're going to have to play better in the secondary. We have to contest more balls and just tackle better. That was our biggest issue in the first half of the Pebble Hills, was we just didn't tackle. We were in position, we didn't tackle, or we were in position and we didn't get the ball slapped down. And we've got to start making those kinds of plays.
I know you mentioned that you've got a young football team, but what would you say that these non-district games have done for you guys the most? Well, you get two of the best teams to start out district.
Well, I mean, I think it's told us as a coaching staff what we're good at and what we need to get better at. Like I mentioned a while ago, we were doing some things in the secondary, and really we're just not we're not at that point yet. So we need to get a little more simple and let them play. Let them be in the right spot and see if we can make a play. And we're going to do that. We're going to simplify some things and let the kids not have as much to think about on the fly, and hopefully that'll be a difference.
Sounds like the offense is going to have to score points with Ken Seals, and everybody's kind of focused on Weatherford's offense and Seals because he's such a great quarterback. But defensively, what do you have to work on against them?
Well, I mean, it's kind of they run a 4-3 defense, a lot like Pebble Hills. So we're excited about that because we just got through playing it, and not that they're not good. I mean, they're good. Their defense is solid, but it's a 4-3, and we see that quite a bit. We kind of work against a 4-man front a lot in the off season and spring. Not a 4-3, but a 4-man front, and so we feel good about that. We're going to have to score points in all of our games. Our goal is to score over 30, and we've been doing a pretty good job of that. And we've got to hold them under 30. That sounds crazy. 30 years ago, if I'd have said our goal is to keep someone under 30, that everyone would have laughed. But that's the way football is. I mean, they're going to score some points, and we're going to score some points. And we just got to get consistent. And I thought our quarterback played exceptional on Friday. He ran our offense exactly like we wanted him to, especially in the second half. Ran the ball well, threw the ball well. Our offensive line played really good. The last two games, Cedar Park and Pebble Hills and Del Rio, but you could really see it against quality opponents the last 2 weeks. Offensive line's playing really well, and that's going to help us. And when we have the ball in our possession, we've got to get points. And, we all know that, and there is pressure on us to do that, but that's football nowadays.
From a personality standpoint, do you think it changes Malachi's mindset going into a game, knowing that his counterpart, Weatherford's quarterback, is as good as he is? Does it kind of elevate his mindset a little bit to prepare more, or is he just, week by week the same every time?
No, I mean, I don't think he can prepare more because he prepares as much as he can every week. But sure, I mean, I'm sure it motivates him to go play a guy like that and see what you can do, for your team. You're not on the field at the same time, so it's not like you're really playing against each other. But sure, he wants to go out and play well. He wants to play well every week. And when the other guy on the other side's getting a lot of hype, then I'm sure that motivates him to show what he can do. He's a competitor. He's not a vocal kid. He's not real vocal. I mean, he's vocal enough. He's a leader of our football team, but he's a big-time competitor. I mean, you see that. We see it every day, but I don't think anybody sitting in the stands can watch him play and not see how big of a competitor he really is. We should have won the Cedar Park game, and he was the reason. He willed us to that in the fourth quarter, and it didn't work out at the end. But I mean, the guy is he's got a competitive streak.
And it is homecoming, so how does that affect things? And I know it's going to be a big crowd. So
Yeah.
You expect that to give you a boost?
I hope so. I know we've had good crowds here already this year, and I think we'll have a bigger crowd for homecoming. It's always a really big crowd. The week doesn't really bother us because all the festivities and all that stuff that involve football players are done Thursday and Friday morning at the pep rally. So by the end of the pep rally on Friday morning, it won't affect us at all. The halftime and all that stuff doesn't have anything to do with us, and I like it that way. I like having it done before the game starts, and thank goodness this is how CHS does it. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all.